Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. Today, July 4, 2013, and it's 10:33 p.m. Birmingham, Alabama. And topic, the Manchurian candidate. Is it real or not? This movie, if I'm not mistaken, it came out in the 50s or maybe the early 60s, and it's about people who have been brainwashed. But they were given a signal or a keyword or a phone call or something that would trigger this embedded brainwashed person inside of them to come out and to do a job, and this person not be aware of what he or she did in any way. There's a lot to this, but believe it or not, this is very real, and we may have already seen some of it. Let me explain. There's a gentleman named Russ Dizdar, Dizdar. He took 20 years writing a book, in fact almost 30 years, called The Black Awakening. And on my point, first let me say this. If you go in and look up MK Ultra or the Monarch projects, these are military programs or projects like the real Manchurian candidate. There could be as many as 50 different personalities in one person, and each personality would be able to perform a particular task or project. And I'm going to give you two examples. I can give you a lot more, but I won't, because I'm afraid to go out on that limb right now. Number one, the Aurora, Colorado shooting. During the Batman movie. This man, he wasn't a nutcase, the kid that did it, but he went from being a normal person to being something that he thought in his own mind he was completely untouchable. He acted like a military commando. He's a one-man show. Well, he goes from being normal to dyeing his hair this funky red color, and his eyes, they kind of went black. Look at the pictures. You can see these things. And he has a I don't give a crap attitude of what he did. It doesn't register how serious and how horrible his little project and how far it had gone in destroying so many lives, families and their families and the friends. He changed hundreds of thousands of people when he did what he did. They got a little thing here, doggone it. And then there's another one. Remember the two girls in England that was walking down a expressway? And when they were in fact, the cops tried to pick them up, say, hey, let's get you out of the road. Well, they didn't want any part of that. They fought the cops. And the thing was, they got hit by cars multiple times, and they never felt pain. Could these two girls had been a Manchurian candidate? Could they have been programmed somehow, some way for this to come out in them? Keep in mind, when people do these things, they have no idea what they're doing, and sometimes they don't wake up from it. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, but I just wanted to bring this to your awareness, because things like this is going to rise very, very sharply. And when I say sharply, I mean in the millions. There are millions of these people out there that are trained and have multiple personalities that to you and I, they look very and act very normal. They may be a good friend, and then one day you hear the horrible things that they did. Guys, this is part of the end times. Again, the Black Awakening, I put it in the box below. Russ, Dizdar, and Jody Wolf Expoz.